Hi, Leomoons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Leo, unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread using the Melanated Classic Tarot deck. I'm going to go ahead and begin shuffling. I just thank you all for your continued love and support. I truly, truly adore you all and appreciate you. When you say adore, yes, I do adore you. Each one of us is so very unique and has something very special to offer. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, we'll do a couple more and then split the deck. Alright, so your first card, Leo Moons. We have is Judgment. So right away I'm getting awakening. Reaping what one has been sowing. I do feel that there are some lessons that are being learned with this Judgment energy overall. Certain experiences. There may be situations that seem a little cold to the body where one is experiencing something that I would say they haven't quite experienced before or in a long time. And I do feel that overall this is just kind of speaking to the energy of awakening and coming through certain experiences where with that awakening, there's no more feeling of like it's totally a thriving energy where we see these individuals coming out of caskets, being brought back to life. And I also feel that this is kind of speaking to some endings that are taking place. I feel that some definite moves have been made amongst individuals as far as how they feel about certain things and the ways that they react to certain people and situations. Going through transition, I feel that there's a lot of significant change that is taking place with this energy, and in being in that very strong standing up for oneself energy is what I'm getting. Just really doing the necessary work to make a very strong and firm decision that's going to make massive change. And so with that in that massive change, I feel it's affecting others that they are connected to, or simply those that are around. I would also say tribe members as well. This could be a ceremony of coming together of all ages. We are in the holiday time as well, too. I do feel that the planetary energies are assisting in all of this as well, where I feel with that awakening, a lot of the collective is being brought to a very attentive state, where more individuals are working and coming from the childlike energy and the heart space. And part of that process being brought about by that chilliness of the situations that are surrounding them or they are going through or experiencing. And just take it as it resonates. You may be going through this, or you may know someone who is experiencing something similar to this. But it's bringing enlightenment, and it's so helpful to one's inner core and true spirit, and living in that truth even more as one continues to move forward. I love it. So let's see what the second card is. We have the Knight of Swords. So with this energy, I feel that with this following the judgment, this could be two different scenarios. I'm getting that there's some very important communication that's taking place that may be dealing with the past, and with this following the judgment, that could be connected to that and that major change that's being made. I also feel with the second scenario that this could be part of that connection that I was speaking on in the judgment card, where there's a Knight of Swords you're connecting to, and with them following the judgment and them kind of running into the judgment. I feel that this is kind of representing your energy. And if this isn't you, this may be you. But this is two different energies I'm getting here, where this energy is a part of this overall energy. But there's a very prime separation here with that energy, and just the way that they are moving forward towards this judgment card. So I do feel that with that energy, it's almost like I'm seeing the transformation within oneself, where your energy is becoming more strong with an awakening, more spiritual, more angelic, that you're tapping into, if this is you. And so as I feel certain things are making their way towards you in attempts to prevent a process of some sort, where I feel that this Knight of Swords may be a part of that, with the action that I'm getting towards this energy here, almost in attempts to try to stop it. I feel there's that instant transition where one is transforming into a whole different presence that's actually protecting, and in that strengthening and awakening of others and that coming together, it builds a certain force. I'm seeing that strong energy of that white light there. And then the definite changes in the tens here. And those tens I feel related to this Knight of Swords here, where it could have been 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords type energy. Swords energy is air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Very aggressive energy. All right, so let's see what the third card is. We have the 10 of Wands. So that's the 10 of Wands I was just mentioning, from those two tens there in the Judgment card, making the 20. With this 10 here, I feel this is kind of speaking to the experience of a Knight of Swords energy. And in the angelic presence of one that they are connected to or have been connecting to, I feel that that difference is being made, where it's kind of bringing about, I would say, like some resistance. And in this resistance, there's a reaction here from this Knight of Swords. And that's the experience and the energy I'm getting from these two cards together. Then to follow, I feel that this is, with the Knight of Swords in the middle of these energies here, I just feel that this is what is surrounding the Knight of Swords, is this energy. You know, reaping what one has sown. And, you know, this 10 of Wands possibly being a part of this judgment call here for this Knight of Swords energy here. Where I do feel, you know, where things may seem like they're a burden. We can see that these wands here are golden. I do feel that that kind of speaks to the overall energy of this person. And this could be you. But I feel that this is, again, telling the story of the Knight of Swords here, this top row here. And so taking what one has to bear, I feel there's a learning experience in this situation, and having learned from past burdens or what may have seemed like burdens, gathering all that up together, realizing that they can make something significant and special with these golden wands here. Wands energy is fire, your energy, and then Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, and Aries. So I feel that this is kind of also detailing like the energy of that transformation, where we go through kind of like that cloudiness and that covering and that coldness and that chilliness and that awakening, and the overall energy of that white light protectant energy that's surrounding the archangel there. And then the Knight of Swords kind of busting through. I feel that you know, they're speaking what it is that they want to say, but in a very aggressive way. And the way that they're communicating it is, I feel, quite different, seeing the breaks in the clouds here. But the energy, you can see just how different it is. And then the wind and the force and the action towards. And then the overall grayness that we have in the wands here. But we still have that protectant white energy and light there. Everything that happens for our greatest good. There's a lot of abundance here and a lot to be gained from what may seem like burdens. They were all given as a design purpose to provide lessons that were going to help one to increase and to become better as an individual and to be more true to their spirit and following through in that, finding the joy and happiness from what it is that they've been given. And this totally creating a lot of blessing and abundance here I'm getting. 10's breaking down also to a 1. So that's speaking to a new beginning that is coming about, coming to the ending of a cycle. 4th card we have is the 6 of Pentacles. And so with the 6 of Pentacles falling underneath the Judgment card, I do feel that this is part of that action that may have been taking place by that Knight of Swords. And this being part of the lesson of this Knight of Swords individual here. And just being handed a few things from Source as a result of what it was that they were giving. And it could have been some imbalance here. But I do feel that with that change and moving into a new beginning, that it's being recognized and it's being rectified as well. 6s with the 6 energy there is representative of that balance that I just mentioned there. And then, you know, I'm getting 6 of Cups, unconditional love, a lot of healing and learning from this, and just seeing the importance of being in a certain position and being more than happy and willing to give regardless, but also without favoritism, because we're all one and the same, and anything that we can do to help another and be fair in it, it's a great thing. So that's what I'm getting here with the 6 of Pentacles here, where I do feel that if there was some kind of breadcrumbing or imbalance in giving, that it's being brought into balance here is what I'm seeing with the 3 Pentacles here. The 1 Pentacle there speaking to Ace energy and possibly a new beginning with what one has learned, coming to a judgment call when it comes to imbalance, having probably felt, you know, that burden. And then 2 Pentacles here, but also with the Scales here, where I do feel that this is actually something that is being brought into balance here. Equal give and take. Okay, so let's see what the 5th card is. And just want to mention that with that 4th card and that 4th energy, that 4th house energy, Cancerian energy is present there. where I feel it speaks to working within one's spirit and having that loving feeling and that nurturing feeling. Feeling that from within oneself, doing that for oneself, and being able to do this for others. We have your wonderful card here. This is great Leo energy that we have present here with the Sun card underneath the Knight of Swords. And so I feel that with this falling underneath the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Swords following the Judgment, that this kind of speaking to what has been brought to light and what has been rectified is this aggressive energy from that Knight of Swords. And what's being illuminated. And so with the Sun card being present here, this is the happiest card of the deck. It's very pretty, very energetic as far as the childlike energy that is coming through as we see the baby on the horse there. And the horse, I feel, is that has that loving feeling towards that child there, being in a place where they're more than happy to make sure that that child is safe while riding on it. With the red there, that very strong energy, I feel that is speaking to the root chakra energy, where one has worked on the love for self and that root chakra energy in the lower pelvic region has kind of, you know, busted through it and worked very hard to clear that energy in order to be able to reach even higher through those chakras, all the way to the top of the crown chakra and out. So very happy, joyful. I would say very much a part of this transformative energy, where I feel that the sun energy is a healing energy as well. The sunflowers are present here. That could be for those who are resonating with twin flames. I'm seeing the plume at the top of the child's head. And that kind of reminds me of Native American background. That could be significant. The flowers, the yellow flowers, I get those as either buttercups or daisies. So that could be significant for you. And then just seeing the white wall kind of blend in with the horse and the purity of this, and how it's just like supporting the energy of this child here. Like the child is there. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to explain. Almost like the child is floating. You can see the child on the horse, of course, but just with the purity, it's almost as if this child is floating. And I'm getting that being, you know, a lot of y'all's energy that is coming through with a transformation. And this is a card of 19. And so that breaks down to an overall 1. A very strong, another strong ace energy, where I feel this may be connected to that Ace of Pentacles energy. Being in that heart space and bringing in balance and rectifying old situations after coming through some endings there with that 10 of Wands. So in that giving, finding very much a very joyful spirit and energy and happiness that is helping one. This could be one helping children too, younger children. And because they're helping younger children, it's bringing even more of that delightful happiness and joy into themselves. And this is the way that one is feeling. So I almost feel too that this is the energy of a soulmate that is helping an individual, and this remaining energy just kind of speaking to what one is transforming from and coming into. Where I feel strongly that for a lot of you, this could be you, just with the very strong Leo energy that presented itself. And with the fire energy that we do have present here. It's very bright and energetic. As fiery as it can be. I'm feeling that balance of that fire, where in that happiness, it could be soft to the touch. You know, it's all about perspective, but giving so much energy and delight. I love it. Where one is renewed, there's a renewal energy here. That's what I'm getting here as well, too. Possibly a rebirth coming from transformative phase in that judgment call. Working on one's burdens, bringing in balance, helping others, and this filling up their spirit as well. Changing and transforming from this Knight of Swords energy into that happiness. Super gorgeous. All right, so let's see what the 6th card is. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. I've been getting a lot of reversals lately. I don't normally do reversals, but just with the energy and what I'm feeling this very strongly, especially following the sun here, where one is no longer feeling stuck after having worked on phasing out of this 10 of Wands energy, moving into the 6 of Pentacles energy. And because they did the work, there's no longer an energy of feeling stuck, and knowing that you know, all things are possible. All things are possible. No longer feeling limited or being limited. Given the amount of these wands here that they've been given, seeing the value and again, learning the lesson from those experiences, and then doing that, realizing that, you know, the possibilities are endless. And so with that Swords energy in reverse, I would say no longer being in the mind either. I would say, I did mention the change in perspective. Feeling that very strongly too, especially in this area of that 6 of Pentacles there. Where there may also have been an energy of a 4 of Pentacles there too. With that 6 of Pentacles, that may have felt like breadcrumbing in the past. And no longer allowing that to be the focus, you know, going through transition and changing, coming into a different state of being and thinking, and phasing all of that negative energy out. Or even if it was a part of the past, it was the past, it made one who they are, where they're coming out of self-bondage here. No longer surrounding themselves with distractive thoughts, negative thoughts, thoughts that are without much emotion, very cold, that cold energy. And that cold energy being that transformative energy, going back to that 8 energy, Magician energy is present there. And so I would say that also attests to one using one's inner spirit, going within one's inner spirit and tapping into that, using the powers that are within in that Magician energy. With all those aces, we do have the mentioning of the Ace of Wands going into that from the 10 of Wands, and then the Ace of Pentacles energy there, where I feel that this Ace of Pentacles is representative of the Sun energy there too. And also this could be connecting to a very strong soulmate, where I feel the energy of each other is kind of showing, if that resonates for you throughout this reading. And this could also be meaning that with one doing their part, you know, if this is a soulmate connection with this 10 of Wands here, the feminine energy they may be connecting to, or this could be the feminine within them, but the outside feminine energy as well that they're connecting to because of the inner work that they've done for themselves, coming out of a mental jail, is happening also for the feminine energy that they're connecting to outside of them. So, Leo Moons, this is your reading. I love this reading, and I love the progression. It shows exactly where the endings of certain cycles are, you know, coming to a close, where we're coming into newness here. and then kind of shining light on situations and what has been taking place with one and how one has worked through this and transformed what they have worked into, and the work and the progress that they are doing for others, along with doing that work for themselves first. So I hope that these messages were very enlightening, empowering, and enriching for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support and for being here. I wish you all a very happy holiday, and I wish you all the best. Take great care. I love you. Peace.